Okay, you don't have to be a professional chef to make the best scrambled eggs, but you just need to know about my secret ingredient and gentle process. I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect, fluffy scrambled eggs so that you can have a fancy restaurant quality breakfast at home anytime you like. I'm starting with 1 tablespoon of butter. I do use salted butter in a nonstick skillet, and while that is starting to melt over medium-low heat, I'm going to crack 2 large eggs into a small mixing bowl. Now, you might think that a recipe for scrambled eggs is super silly, but let me let you in on a little secret. People mess up eggs all the time. After cracking my eggs into the bowl, I'm just going to add some heavy whipping cream, salt, and some pepper, and then I'm going to whisk. And you can do this with a fork or a whisk. I prefer a fork, and I'm going to do this until it's fully incorporated and light and airy. Then it's time to add my beaten eggs to my nonstick skillet with that melted butter, and now we are going to begin the gentle process of cooking these eggs. Now remember, our temperature is on medium-low because we want to do this low and slow, and I'm just going to let the eggs set a little bit, and then I'm going to move them around with a rubber or silicone spatula. Now, I'm not trying to stir them forcefully or break them into small pieces. I actually just want to move them around and leave them in large curds, almost like large ribbons of egg. And this is where you're going to get that fluffiness and that airiness. Once I've moved them around a little bit, then again, I put them kind of in a single layer on the bottom of the skillet, let them set a little bit more, and repeat that process until they are cooked to my liking. And personally, I like a soft scrambled egg. Being able to make the best eggs is truly a skill, and it's one of those foundational cooking principles that separates people who know something about cooking from those who understand that great food takes time and attention to detail. And since we're talking about some basics, let me offer 3 more pieces of advice. I prefer to use a nonstick skillet to ensure that my tender scrambled eggs don't stick to the bottom of the pan. And you can feel free to swap whole milk for the heavy cream. It'll work just fine, but it won't produce a silky egg like the heavy cream will. And finally, not all spatulas are created equal, and when cooking an ingredient as delicate as eggs, I opt for the best. A silicone or rubber spatula is non-stick, durable, heat-resistant, and super easy to clean. It's even dishwasher safe. Oh, and I almost forgot to say, remember earlier when I told you that people mess up eggs all of the time? There are many ways that you can go wrong with simple ingredients and even simple cooking methods. But overcooked dry eggs with lace from the pan, in my opinion, are super disgusting. The only time that I think it is acceptable to have lace with an egg is when you have a fried egg, and even then it has to be done correctly and made super crispy. As always, you can find the full recipe on my blog. The link is in the description below. You have to make these eggs, guys. You have to.